go over my flow and how I've talked about I can't send my photos through like a machine to let them handpick what photos I want to keep because I'm way too picky. So I have my memory card in. I have it untitled. I'm pretty lax when it comes to this. I just click on the date that I'm going to do it and I hit import. Okay, and then it's going to start importing all my photos. And this is gonna take a minute, so if I need to, I will cut down the time. But just hang out with me for a minute. I'm trying to remember my culling process, I guess is what this is called. There's, and I don't even know exactly what they are. I just hear people talk about it and it gives me anxiety. So there's like narrative, call all, after shoot, and they're supposed to really like be smart enough to know like what photos you would want to keep. I am way too controlling for that, so I figured that I would just show you guys how I cull through my photos. I don't name any of my, I don't put them into different subcategories or name them or change names or anything. I just keep the dates because I like it to be in numerical order of what months that I shot the sessions in. Yeah, so we're almost done importing. This was a session that I did at Sand Mountain, which is pretty close to our house, not too far away. As you can see, we already have 220 photos, and that's obviously like way too many. So. And then on this too, I'm going to show you how to add like your presets and your brushes onto all of your photos, so that way you start out with a base on everything and then just a couple little tips and tricks in Lightroom to make your editing process just go a little bit faster. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your computer's running slow, it's probably because you're like me and you keep all of these on here. I need to actually move from last year onto my external hard drive to clear up some space on my computer, just so you know. So close. Okay, here we go. So what I do is I personally like going over into the develop field because then it actually shows me the true photo. If you stay in library, so if you come over here to library and you come to here, so See how it says embedded preview? This is what it's showing you. Like the back of your camera will show you, which is not as clear as it's going to look in the developed. So what I like to do is obviously I was just testing. You just hit X and it'll put this little flag on there and it sets it as rejected, and I just will, now that I'm on to my subjects, I will go through, and if there's one that I do absolutely love and I know that I'm going to want to keep, then I will, on your little number keypad, you hit 5 and it gives it 5 stars, okay? And then I'm not gonna cull an entire gallery with you guys. It does take me usually about 10-15 minutes to cull an entire gallery. So then, let's just say I went through all of these and I love them, and I want this one and this one. Okay, so then after I get done picking my favorite photos, then I go back to the library and I get this big full view. Then I will just hit my little arrow on my keyboard and I will go through and I will delete all the ones that I did not star as 5s. And it's, and then if you accidentally go on one, just hit Command Z to go bring you back and it will erase your selection. Okay, and then say I did click this one and I didn't mean to flag, you just click the flag and it'll come off, okay? But you have to hit X on it to get rid of it, okay? Just to give you guys an example of how I do my culling. Okay, and then once I'm done, when I've gone through, all of it, I will come up to photo, and then you just hit delete rejected photos and say I've already gotten rid of 50 photos. It's quick, and just so I love being able to just control, what photos that I want to do. Okay, let's just come over here and come play with this photo. Look at my presets with it. It's really pretty on there. I like the red that the pink that makes her dress. I'm gonna do number 1 though. Okay. I know we've talked about your masks and brushes and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna quickly show you guys. I'm gonna select my subject. No such thing as quick in Lightroom. And when people pop her, I'm gonna select the subject again. And I'll invert, and then I will subtract the sky. A little background pop. And I'm going to warm up the sand. Create a new mask. Oops, I didn't mean to hit select subject. Just delete that one, and then went to select sky. And I'm going to sky pop. Okay, and then let's just say that I want to fix her skin. Do a little skin fix. And then, to see how similar this photo is, so you're going to go over to this photo and you're going to hit previous. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring everything that you did from this photo over to this photo. And then all you have to do yourself is go in to your subject. You're going to go here. The computer has to be able to find it, so you just hit update. Okay, and then it's going to find your subject. And come here, and you have to find your subject again to be able to do the invert. Subtract it from the sky. And then add your sky mask so it can find the sky to put everything on. Perfect. And then this one, so you can see obviously that it's kind of come off of her body. Slide it over. You can move your masks. Okay. And then you can still see that there's some that came down right here. Just take your tool and erase it. And then bring it down on her arm more and give her some on her shoulder and her face. So super quick, easy way. If your photos are all in line with like the same lighting, then just click reset and bring it over. And then another way, so say I don't want like the masks and stuff brought over, which 90% of the time I do, but I want like the subject and the skies one brought over, but I don't want like the skin, because the skin is going to be different, placed different in every single photo. So you're going to hit Command, so that way this one stays clicked, and then you're going to click your photos that you are wanting to edit. Then you're going to come up to settings and you're going to sync your settings. Okay, and then make sure, I always have the ones that the computer detects for me, always have those ones checked. Don't ever have the transform or the crop, because every single photo is going to be different, but I want all of my colors across the board to be synced. Okay, and then that's going to really help you keep your colors the same throughout your gallery. And you can see that it's adding. Did that one, did that one, did that one, and that one. Okay, so then you can see how now all the colors look similar. This will keep your gallery very consistent, okay, which I know a lot of people ask how I get my same look across the board. It's because I use the glow presets with every single edit that I do, and then I edit every single photo when I find how I want to edit it exactly the same. Okay, so that's how I cull, and a couple little tricks to keep your gallery the same across the board. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions.